Hi everyone, welcome back to another video, and this is for Anything But a Card Challenge Black, challenge number 36. And the theme for June is Summer Night, and when I heard the prompt, or read the prompt, I instantly thought of the movie Grease and the song Summer Nights. So I knew I wanted to do something with the lyrics, and also have a picture of Danny and Sandy somewhere on the page. Other than that, I had no clue. And this is done way in advance. I did this in April because, as you know, and you're probably tired of me hearing it, I'm tired of saying it, that my parents are selling the house, and we're hoping that it sells soon because we don't want to be here by the winter. And so I've been trying to, when we get the prompts, I've been trying to keep up in advance, so when it's sold, I can have the project done, I can have the blog post written and the pictures taken and doing the video and uploading it, so, you know, making it private. And I'll probably set the, for this one, I'll probably set the time and day to make it public, even though I know I'll probably still be here. But we're hoping it sells really soon, so I don't have to worry about this when its house is sold and we have to pack. And my craft stuff is all packed and stuff. Well, most of my craft stuff. Some of it I'm bringing with me on the trip. But anyway, I am going on a rabbit trail. So that's why I'm doing it now, so I don't have to worry about it later. So anyway. Back in April, a lot of my online friends have been doing the prompt deck of cards, which is from Kayla. I think that's how you say her name. I'll put the link in the description below of her website. And they've been doing picking 10 cards and doing those prompts on those cards. And I don't have those cards. I don't plan on having those cards. Those cards are expensive for what they are. I know during one of the streams that I go to one day when they were all buying these cards, they got the idea for people who aren't going to buy those cards to make a list of different prompts, and they came up with like 105, and some of them were like crazy. I think one of the prompts was paint something using your foot. Really? But anyway, so I was using random.org and getting the prompts from that list to do the page, just to get, you know, something to, and it turned out pretty cool. So I have the list written, and it's also on my blog, the list of what I did. Now, the first thing I did was add pink, and yes, that was on the list. It was number 4 on the list. So, I did a watered down pink craft paint, and I just, with the brush, did the whole 2 pages. And then the second number drawn was journal on a page. I didn't do that. I did that later. And that was the title of the page. I did that when the page was mostly finished. The third thing that I picked was use numbers. And I used a numbers mask. And I think I used squeezed orange solution spray. And yeah, you can see it. And my friend Julia sent me the numbers mask. I did that on both sides of the page. And then the fourth thing was paint with a baby wipe. And I ran out of baby wipes. I know that's sad. And I haven't gone out and buy any. But I have these wet ones. I bought them last year for when I went to Austin. I never used them, and they're still pretty good. So I used that to wipe, to paint with, and I just did the edges with, I think, pink craft paint. Surprise, surprise. Then the fifth thing was use a piece of junk mail the day that I did this page, I had gotten a magazine. It just was a sports magazine, Extreme Sports, and I was looking through it, and it happened to have surfing on it. And since it's summer nights, I decided to use a picture of a surfer surfing on a wave, and I did a magazine tape. Packing tape transfer with a magazine. That's what I did. And it turned out really cool. Cause I didn't have a bowl of water offhand, so I just, after I put the tape on the magazine, I burnished it really good, and I flipped it over so the paper was facing up, and I just sprayed the heck out of it with water and let it sit for a while, and the paper just came right up. And I glue that on the page. And then the next thing was use napkins, and I used this really cool black and white flower napkin that I got at Tuesday Morning a couple years ago. And I used it on this corner, and I used it on this corner. You can't really see it now, but it's there. And I used Mod Podge to glue that down. And the next was use metallic paint or a pen, and I used metallic brain distress stain in pewter, and I tried to do hearts with it, with the distress stain itself, but that wasn't working right. I mean, with the paintbrush and the distress stain, but that wasn't working. So I tried the best I can. It worked out pretty good. And then I used any shape. And I just took a black Bic pen and also a pink pen that I got at the dollar store. And I just drew hearts where the distress stain were on the pages. And then used bubble wrap. Was number 9. And I took bubble wrap and I used white craft paint on the bubble wrap and just stamped it a few times. Turned out really cool. And then the last thing was use a 70s icon. And the movie was in the 70s, or it came out in the 70s. I know it's based in the 50s. So I printed off a picture of Danny and Sandy, and I did color them, the skin tone, with a Neocolor 2, and I glued that on the page, and then I went back and added the lyrics, and I used a font called Grease. I found it online. I think it was Font Space. I just typed in Grease, and there was actually a font with that name. And I went around the outline with the same pink pen and the black Bic pen. Then I was looking through my stash of stuff, and I found these sunglasses, or these glasses, and I painted it with the same, I did a coat of gesso, or not gesso, the white craft paint. Actually, this is ivory. And I let that dry, and then I used bubblegum pink Delusion spray, and also the squeeze orange Delusion spray. And then I went over that after that dried with some stickles, just to make dots, just like Jan's glasses were in the movie, since she had diamonds in her glasses. I think they were only on this part of the glasses, now that I think of it. It's been a while since I saw the movie. And this is Grunge Board, and it was previously colored black, and then had white glue to give the crackle, and then a layer of red so it can give that crackle look. And what I did was I did this ivory craft paint as gesso, as a primer, and then I just did the orange and the pink Delusion spray, and then I added some stickles over that, and that's the page. So be sure to go over to Anything But a Card Challenge box, see what the other design team members are doing for this prompt, and don't be sure to play along. So that's it for now, and thanks for watching.